Walkthrough on the strengthened senior high school curriculum. The Senior High School (SHS) program, established under Republic Act 10533, aims to prepare learners for higher education, employment, entrepreneurship, and middle-level skills development. It fosters core values and lifelong competencies to enable meaningful contributions to society. Since its full implementation in 2016, however, the program has faced persistent challenges, including insufficient infrastructure, a shortage of specialized teachers, and weak industry partnerships. Reviews indicate that the curriculum is fragmented, overloaded with subjects, offers limited elective options, and lacks sufficient instructional time. Despite the aspirations of the K-12 basic education program, persistent challenges have limited its success in delivering intended learning outcomes, particularly at the SHS level. National and international assessments, including PISA and SEAPLM, have shown no significant improvement in Filipino learners' performance. Alarmingly, research and public perception suggest that SHS graduates are no better positioned for employment than their junior high school counterparts. Only 41% of Filipinos express satisfaction with SHS, citing concerns about its effectiveness in preparing learners for higher education or the workplace. Further compounding these challenges is the observed misalignment between curricular expectations and learners' actual capabilities, which is highlighted in an ACTRC study that found nearly half of SHS teachers unable to cover even half of the prescribed competencies due to time constraints and unrealistic curriculum loads. While it is designed to offer 4 exits: higher education, middle-level skills development, employment, or entrepreneurship, studies show that learners often struggle to transition smoothly into these post-SHS destinations. College readiness remains a concern, with some SHS graduates lacking foundational literacy and numeracy skills. To address these complex and interlinked issues, the Department of Education commissioned a comprehensive 3-volume curriculum review through the Assessment, Curriculum, and Technology Research Center, ACTRC, completed in 2024 and released in 2025. Drawing on international benchmarks and stakeholder consultations, the study recommended a number of key reforms. Together, these insights form the basis of the proposed senior high school reform, a more coherent, streamlined, and outcomes-driven curriculum designed to restore confidence in SHS and ensure that it delivers on its promise to prepare Filipino learners for success in higher education, the workforce, and lifelong learning. Features of the strengthened SHS curriculum. 1. Reduction of tracks from 4 to 2. The current structure of the SHS program originally includes 4 tracks: academic, technical vocational livelihood, TVL, arts and design, and sports. Considering national directives and the review of the SHS program, however, these tracks shall be streamlined into 2 main educational pathways: the academic track and the technical professional track, a shift that aligns more closely with global practices. The technical professional track continues to offer practical, industry-relevant skills training and is positioned as a viable, prestigious, and future-ready option alongside the academic track. 2. Reduction of required subjects. As part of the SHS curriculum refinement, the number of required subjects has been significantly reduced through the streamlining of course subjects, academic electives, and TechPro electives. Learners will now be required to complete about 7 to 23 subjects, 5 core subjects, and at least 9 electives for the academic track, or at least 2 TechPro electives plus work immersion for the technical professional track. 3. Replacement of strands with clusters of electives. Strands shall be removed in the revised SHS program to promote greater flexibility and learner choice. Electives are grouped into thematic clusters like arts, STEM, business, or health, allowing learners to explore subjects that match their interests or future careers. 4. Introduction of the doorway option. The revised SHS curriculum introduces a doorway option, allowing learners to take 1 to 2 elective subjects from the other track. This promotes cross-track mobility and interdisciplinary learning. It recognizes that interests and aptitudes may evolve and empowers learners to customize their SHS experience. 5. Revised time allotment per subject. The time allotment per subject has been adjusted. Core is equal to 160 hours every school year. Academic electives have 80 hours every semester. TechPro electives is 320 hours per year or semester. This adjustment allows for deeper, more meaningful learning experiences. 6. Extension of work immersion. Work immersion hours have been increased from 80 to 320 hours to 320 to 640 hours to provide more real-world, hands-on experiences, especially for learners in the technical professional track. Academic learners may opt for field experience electives in place of immersion. 7. Revised core subjects. The core subjects have been reduced and redesigned to foster deep learning. Effective communication, English and Filipino, general mathematics, general science, life and career skills, and pag-araling kasaysayan at Lipunang Filipino. 8. Strengthening of transversal, 21st century skills. All subjects now explicitly develop skills such as collaboration, problem-solving, ethical reasoning, communication, and digital literacy. These transversal skills are vital in both academic and work environments. Here are the most frequently asked questions for you to be guided with the new strengthened senior high school curriculum. 1. Why is the SHS curriculum being revised? The SHS curriculum is being revised because of persistent issues found in its implementation. These include too many subjects, overlapping content, limited real-life skills, poor industry linkages, and low employability of SHS graduates. Many stakeholders, including teachers and employers, found that learners were not fully ready for either college or work after SHS. This prompted the Department of Education to rework the curriculum to make it more relevant, efficient, and aligned with 21st century demands. 2. What are the two main tracks under the strengthened SHS curriculum? The revised SHS program simplifies the original 4 tracks into 2, academic track and technical professional track. This shift is based on global models and simplifies learner pathways while still allowing for flexibility and specialization. The academic track focuses on college preparation, while the tech professional track equips learners for jobs, entrepreneurship, or further vocational training. 3. What happened to the arts and sports tracks? Arts and sports are now integrated as elective clusters within the academic track instead of being standalone tracks. Learners can still take subjects related to arts and sports, such as creative writing, dance, or sports coaching, but now they do so through elective choices, giving them more freedom to mix and match based on their career goals. 4. How many core subjects will SHS students take? From the previous 15 core subjects, the revised SHS curriculum now includes only 5 core subjects. Effective communication, English and Filipino, general mathematics, general science, life and career skills, pag-araling kasaysayan at Lipunang Filipino. This reduction allows deeper engagement with content and more time for skills development. 5. Can students take subjects from another track? Yes, through the doorway option. A learner from one track, e.g. academic, can take 1 to 2 elective subjects from the other track, e.g. technical professional. This supports exploration, flexibility, and learner interest. For example, a student preparing for college might still learn welding or food processing, while a TechPro learner can study basic accounting or entrepreneurship. 6. Why are work immersion hours being increased? The immersion hours have increased from a minimum of 80 hours to at least 320 hours, and in some cases up to 640 hours. This is to ensure that learners get hands-on, practical experience aligned with their track. It helps bridge the gap between school and real-world industry settings, making students job-ready. 7. Are electives still required in the new SHS? Yes, electives are a core component of the new SHS. For academic learners, at least 9 elective subjects, 960 hours, are required. For TechPro learners, 2 electives totaling 640 hours, plus immersion, are needed. These electives are chosen based on the student's interests and future goals. 8. Will learners be better prepared for college or work? Yes, the revised curriculum is based on outcomes, real-life skills, and international benchmarks. It prepares students with essential academic and technical competencies and builds transversal skills such as collaboration, digital literacy, and problem solving, all of which are critical for success in higher education and the workplace. 9. Can schools choose which electives to offer? Yes, Electives offered by each school depend on their facilities, faculty, industry partnerships, and learner demand. Schools are encouraged to align electives with community needs and employment trends, ensuring practical relevance. 10. How is learner choice enhanced in this new curriculum? Instead of forcing students into rigid strands, the new SHS uses clusters of electives that allow flexibility. Students can pick subjects from themes such as business, STEM, arts, or health based on their goals. They can also explore new areas through the doorway option. 11. What are transversal or 21st century skills? These include skills like critical thinking, communication, collaboration, creativity, digital fluency, and ethics. They are now embedded across all core and elective subjects, making learning more holistic and future-proof. 12. What is field experience? Field experience is offered mainly to academic track learners as a form of real-world exposure. Examples include research internships, shadowing professionals, business simulations, or arts apprenticeships. These help develop professionalism and transferable workplace skills. 13. Will the revised curriculum make SHS graduates more employable? Yes, the reforms are industry-informed. With increased immersion hours, streamlined competencies, and test-aligned certifications, SHS graduates will be more job-ready and credible to employers, especially in priority sectors like IT, BPM, tourism, agriculture, and construction. 14. Is the SHS curriculum aligned with TESTA and the Philippine Qualifications Framework, PQF? Yes, TechPro electives are aligned with TESTA's certification standards, NC2 and NC3, and mapped to the PQF, ensuring that learners can use their credentials for work or credit in further education. 15. What role does TESTA play in SHS implementation? TESTA works with DepEd to validate the TechPro elective content, assess student performance through national competency tests, and ensure the relevance of training programs for in-demand jobs. 16. Will this curriculum help SHS learners qualify for global employment? Yes. By focusing on transferable skills, industry relevance, and global standards, the curriculum positions learners to compete internationally, especially in BPOs, health services, creative industries, and technical fields. 17. How are learners assessed under the new curriculum? Assessments include formative and summative classroom tests, performance tasks, and national assessments like the Grade 12 and AT. These are designed to measure mastery of both academic and practical competencies. 18. How will DepEd ensure this curriculum is effective? DepEd will conduct system assessments, curriculum reviews, and monitoring based on learner outcomes, stakeholder feedback, and alignment with national goals such as the Basic Education Development Plan 2030. 19. Will teachers be trained for this new curriculum? Yes. Teachers will receive professional development and capacity building on the updated content, teaching methods, and use of assessment tools aligned with the new instructional design framework. 20. Can a junior high school graduate skip senior high school and proceed to college? No. Under Republic Act 10533 or the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, senior high school is required before entering college. SHS ensures that learners have the academic and life skills to succeed in tertiary education.